Praise be to God, children. Good morning. Hope you all are doing good. Today we are moving on to the last part of our 10th chapter, Catholic Church and Healthcare. Before moving on to today's topic, let's revise what we learned in this chapter. So, we started our chapter by saying a word of the God. Jesus called the 12 together and gave them power and authority over all demons and to cure diseases, and he sent them to proclaim the kingdom of God and to heal. Luke chapter 9 verses 1. Yes, to heal. From there we started because our Bible, our Jesus Christ also mentions the importance of healing people or looking after the sick. From there, during the early stages, we saw the growth of healing ministry of the church. Then we learned about different saints, Saint Damien, Saint Ferdinand, Saint Charles. All of them worked for helping the sick. Then we saw about the church ministry to the sick and its progress. Then care for the sick in Indian church. We learned about the Holy House of Mercy, which was established by Portuguese missionaries, and after that Santa Casa de Misericordia in Lisbon. And we also saw about the first Catholic hospital in India, that is Cruz de Cochin. Then we saw about the medical facilities in India, then the church in Kerala and the service of the sick, and how the kings also supported the growth of Kerala church and hospitals. Then finally, in the last class, by the end, we looked upon the Manuel Hospital, which was established by Brother Nicholas. Now today, let's continue from there. Government hospitals and Catholic nuns. Sri Moolam Tirunal Maharaja had a high opinion of the service rendered by the Catholic Church in the field of health and treatment. That is, as I told you earlier, the kings or the rulers who ruled these places, especially Kerala, were really impressed by the works of the Kerala Church, who were so keen to look after the sick. They did not just give a helping hand, but also they gave their love, touch, and then they cured the diseases. So they were so impressed, and so Sri Moolam Tirunal Maharaj wanted, or he wished, that the same service of the church be rendered in the government run hospitals also. Bishop Aloysius Maria Benziger, the Bishop of Kollam, asked the services of the Holy Cross Sisters in Switzerland for the government hospitals of Travancore. We know Sri Moolam Tirunal Maharaj was the ruler of Travancore, that is Trivandrum. So he was really impressed by the works of the Kerala Church, and he wanted the same services to be imposed in the government run hospitals too. So the bishop there in Kollam, Aloysius Maria Benziger, asked the Holy Cross Sisters in Switzerland to work for the government run hospitals in Travancore. Accordingly, the nuns began their service in the government hospitals from January 15, 1906. Quarters were built near the hospitals for the sisters. Holy Cross Sisters later started nursing schools in these hospitals. 20 Holy Cross Sisters even today continue their service in the government hospitals. See, they came here, they gave their everything for the sick. They work for them, and also still now there are almost 20 Holy Cross Sisters who give services in the government run hospitals too. Not only the Kerala Church hospitals, but also the government run hospitals. They also started nursing schools. Now, Kerala Catholic Church in the field of health services. During 1950 to 1970, new hospitals and dispensaries were established by Kerala Catholic Church. During 1970 to 1990, several hospitals were renovated and developmental works were carried out. During this period, organizations belonging to other religions entered the field of health services. Private sector made inroads in 1990 to 2000 in the field of health. The hospitals under Catholic Church were modernized and medical education was strengthened during this period. Even though all this started during the 15th or 16th centuries, everything came in a swing during the 1950s. There you can see an immense growth of hospitals, dispensaries, and also the renovation of the buildings. In India, the states of Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and Andhra Pradesh play great role in healthcare. Around 46% of healthcare institutions in these states are run by Catholic Church. It is also noteworthy that the health of people in these four states is higher compared to other states. Yes, we know in South Indians are the places. The South India is a place where we have a very low death rate. That is, the health of the people is really maintained in a good way in these places. And almost 46% of the healthcare institutions here are run by the Kerala Catholic Church. 20% of the health institutions of India are in Kerala. Kerala enjoys the topmost spot in baby health care. See, the neonatal death rate was really high in many other parts of India, but in Kerala it's very low. See, there in the next page you can see a box which says about the healthcare institutions in Kerala Church. See, these are the number of health institutions present. You can see 259 hospitals, 314 dispensaries. Also for HIV, AIDS and other fatal diseases, you can see 23 of them. And counseling centers 51, medical training centers 103, and so on. Kerala has low death rate, but incidence of sickness is high. Emphasis is given to treatment of diseases rather than prevention of illness. More than 20% of the medicines manufactured in India is sold in Kerala. Yeah, unfortunately, the 20% of medicines manufactured in India is sold in Kerala alone. So you might think, we said that the health conditions in Kerala is much better than other places. Then why? Right? Yes, here the health conditions are better because we have a good health care centers. That is, when we get a disease, the diseases are being cured at a very faster rate because we have a very good health facility. But the incidence of diseases is high compared to other places. That is, the people here fall sick very often, but they are cured. So here the emphasis is given more on treatment rather than the prevention of illness. That is the point there you have to understand. Okay. Now, so that's all about the healthcare and Kerala Church. Now, we have seen about names of many saints there. Now, here we have Mother Teresa, Saint Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa of Calcutta, who gave her life for the poorest of the poor, was called a living saint by the world during her lifetime. We know we have many saints, but we call them saints after their death, right? After some kind of miracles. But here, Saint Mother Teresa was known as the living saint during her lifetime. She was declared saint by the Catholic Church on September 4, 2016. You can understand this, that happened recently during 2016. But even before that, we knew about Mother Teresa. The missionaries of charity established by her for the service of the poor and the helpless is spread over 125 countries and is continuing its service with 602 institutions and has 3,940 nuns. See, this was an institution that was established by Mother Teresa. We all have heard about that, the missionaries of charity. She was given the Nobel Peace Prize in 1979 and Bharat Ratna in 1980. She was awarded Bharat Ratna. She was not a Indian, still she got Bharat Ratna and Nobel Peace Prize in 1979. Mother Teresa and the missionaries of charity institutions remain as witness to the love of Christ and mercy now and forever. See, that is the importance there. The Kerala Catholic Church institutions during the starting stages was a symbol of love, care, touch for the poor and also for the sick. But now we have a doubt. Is it like that? We are familiar with a lot of church institutions. Is it like that? If not, it's not their fault, it's our fault, because we are the generation that is running those churches now. Sorry, the institutions or the hospitals now. So if it is not as it was earlier, then it's the problem of our generation. At least when we become there, we should stand for that love and mercy, not for profit. Okay. Now finally, monitoring of church authorities on the health institutions. The church always encourages and supports the activities in the field of health. Healthcare policies prepared by Catholic Bishops' Conference of India (CBCI), Catholic Health Association of India (CHAI), Kerala Catholic Bishops' Conference (KCBC), and Kerala Region Latin Catholic Bishops' Council (KRLCBC) enable the healthcare sector to become effective. We know, simply we just build up an institution and we appoint some nuns or some sisters there, it will not become a hospital. There should be a monitoring system. So we have enough monitoring system, that is CBCI, CHAI, KRLCBC, KCBC, etc. All these are for the effective running of the healthcare sectors. So children, that's all about our 10th chapter. Here, what is important is you need to understand the importance of healthcare. If you are any of, at least a few hearing me would be having ambition to become a doctor. So you should be a doctor who has some sympathy, empathy, and also some compassion towards the patients, not only a profit oriented or just for some social status. You should not become a doctor. You should be a doctor who has the love of Christ and mercy. Okay, so that is all about this chapter. You should understand that, and you should study some few points like the church authorities that look after the health sector, and also about a few churches that were established, few hospitals that were established by the Kerala Church, etc. Okay, so that's all for today. And as I always tell you, always hold the Holy Bible into your hearts. Always pray and also be happy and keep smiling. Thank you.